The topic to be discussed is closely related organisms have more similar sequence of DNA bases. To understand that more closely related organisms have similar DNA basis sequence. Groups of organisms with more recent ancestor. These are more closely related because they have more similar DNA. Examples are a man and a dog. Now we trace their ancestor. Here is an ancestor of a man and a dog. So they have recent ancestors. That's why these two organisms are similar. On the other hand, there are groups of organisms with more distant ancestors. These organisms are not much closely related because they don't have similar DNA. Their DNA is not much similar. Examples are you can see a man and a fish. We try to trace their ancestors. Here is the ancestor of fish, and here is the ancestor of man. Fish and man, they have distant ancestors. That's why they are not much similar to each other. They are quite different from each other. They are not closely related because their ancestors are at distant. They have distant ancestors. Now we sum up the lessons. Groups of organisms with more recent ancestors are more closely related because they have more similar DNA. And on the other hand, groups of organisms with more distant ancestor, they are not much closely related because their DNA is different. Their DNA is not much similar. This is the sum up of this lesson.